Hey everybody, I'm going to go through Thunderstrike next. This is a really cool book. I always liked Thunderstrike. I like the single heroes and everything, and he got his powers and everything from Thor, giving him a wooden staff. Well, this is number one. I always liked the cover and everything with the bedazzled look, the shiny stuff on it. So that's cool. But let's get into this and see what's going on. And we got an ad here. Shock Tarts deliver the power of sour. Shock Tarts. Okay. This is Eric Masterson is his name. And he's Thunderstrike. So here we're going on the first page. Real nice artwork. I mean, it's kind of rough and everything like that, but it's just cool that Ron Frenz can really draw really good. The way he draws his stuff and everything. There's carjackings going on in the city. And everybody has to watch. So they're what happens, she starts screaming and everything, and they're trying to tell her to calm down. We just want the car, but that's not enough. So she's like screaming, and they're like, oh lady, you're messed up. But thwump, you turn the page, and we got a big 2-page spread. Blood without glory. Let her go. That's Eric Masterson. He looks like Thor, but he's not. He goes through the whole book and everything talking about that. Tom DeFalco wrote it. Ron Fenn's doing the artwork. So he's going to stop them from hijacking. I mean, they go. He's beating them up. One guy said, "Oh man, the boss is going to kill me if I leave these guys behind." So he tries to ram him with the car, and he takes Thunderstrike and smashes the car up. Gets the lady out of the way. And you go over here. The police are coming up. And he has to leave because he's late for a date. They're calling him Thor, and he's not liking it. There's somebody watching right here. Those cops kept calling me Thor. That's a big mistake. So an unnoticed figure stands amid the shadows of a nearby water tower and takes special note of his passing. Not sure who that is. We'll find out later, I guess. Now here we go with here. The real Thor is an honest-to-goodness thunder god, the immortal son of Odin, and a warrior prince of Asgard, the legendary home of the Norse gods. He said that we ran across each other a few months back and became close, inseparable, in fact, and I managed to help him out on quite a few occasions. So eventually the time came for him to permanently return to Asgard, and he gave me a parting gift. At first, I thought it was just a simple walking stick, but as soon as I stamped it upon the ground, the world still needs heroes, Thunderstrike. I realized that he had taken it upon himself to appoint me his successor on the planet Earth. So cool. So now, he's feeling unworthy though. This is a cool page here. I like that. That'd be a cool page to own. I always like to try to make the pages when I did my artwork for comic books. I always try to make almost all the pages look really cool so they'd be all collectible. Here he is changing back into Eric Masterson. He's meeting his girlfriend Samantha. And she's letting him know it's okay because she's late too. But over here, they're getting ready to go in the restaurant. Piercing eyes watch his every move from a distant rooftop. So somebody's still over there, they're following him. He's still looking for informant, Eric says. And they're talking. She says she knows his mother and everything. They're talking and his ex-wife. And he's like, wait a minute. He's talking to everybody. You've been speaking with my mom? We chat every once in a while. Did you know that your ex-wife took your son out for a visit last week? So it's like, wait a minute. So and they're still talking. And let me see. It's now time for a major announcement. I have finally taken my first staggering steps toward adulthood by purchasing a loft. I'm currently on the market for a few relatively sane roommates to share expenses. Everything and he's talking about this could be the answer to my housing problems. But like he said, she's been wondering where he's been. He said he's been staying at the Avengers Mansion, but he doesn't want her to know that. And so you see, I thought lawyers made good money. Not with clients like you. You're interested? It'll be just like when we were in college. Think about it. No pressure. And Marcy's doing well. And in case you didn't know, your ex is opening another health club. He's like, really, you want to know all that? So now she's here. Meet the Smashers. Salon Steel. But here they're doing an infomercial. And her husband or her boyfriend here doing a photo op. And they got some football team behind them or something like that. Football, baseball, one of them. And now he's got to go. He's like, I'm going to go out for a few beers with the guys. And they're doing some other stuff about the plumbers and stuff like how they got to do with the house and stuff, with the building. Excuse me, Marcy. I hate to interrupt, but the plumber, he has a question about the hot tubs. So he's leaving with the guys. Then he's like, hey, can I give you a rain check? So he's got something else to do. He said, I don't know what's worse, lying to my buddies or my wife. Oh, so he is married to her. Okay. So he's getting ready to get in the car. He's got a nice sports car, and they're carjacking him. He gets knocked out. They take his car. More ads for old movies and stuff. And here, this guy's kind of lame looking. But he's called, I'm sorry, Carjack. That's his name. That's his name. So he must have a Porsche. That's why it looks like a Porsche there. He's like telling them be quiet and everything. Like they're trying to they're like just tearing the cars apart and everything. And they're like he said, you got blood on the car. He says it lessens the resale value. I mean, they're chop shopping some of it, and then some of them they're selling. So we cannot continue to hold the city in a grip of true terror without proper discipline. So it's like, all right. So look at, he just got a weird look, man. Now Eric goes and finds out that the guy was hurt, everything. So he had to take him to the hospital. It's like, and that's his son there, and Bobby is hurt, so he has to go to the hospital. He's like, hey, get Thor to help out since you know him. He said, okay, I'll look into it. Then they go there, and they're talking about what's going on, and she's like, it could have been in worse shape. He's had other people in there, and she's thinking, she's worried about him, but he's like getting madder and madder. So I'm not sure if he turns out to be, you'll see as I go on. He's like, I don't want to give you any false hopes, Mr. Steele, but I treated a young woman earlier today who told me that 3 carjackers have been taken into police custody. Really, he says. So it's like it's just going on. It's a story that it's like everybody's intertwined in the story, the way there's different people, but everybody's connected somehow. So, and then somebody leaves out. I'm not sure. It doesn't show exactly who it is. It is hours or only minutes, mere minutes that pass before muffled footsteps are heard within a deserted locker room. So here's Blood Axe. Mine is the undeniable power of the insatiable Blood Axe. So he seems like he's a hero, but he's a vigilante though that is not afraid to kill. It's kind of like, could be like Ghost Rider. Okay, more ads. And these guys are in prison right now, or in jail. And be at ease, Abel. My man Carjack take cares of his own. So these guys were the 3 guys. Look, he just tore him up. He's fried. Where's Carjack? Oh boy, tell me if you want to live. You gotta be psycho, man. So he's like, uh-oh. Do you truly believe that mere mortals can protect you from my bitter justice? Wrong. Wow. He's not playing. Now he's flying through the air. He's going to have to save the bad guys, but he's not going to get there in time. It's like, man. So he's flying. And here he's talking about Thor's hammer was so much smoother. I wonder if there are any other preferences or differences between Mjolnir and Thunderstrike. So he's trying to figure out. It's almost like he's got the weapon, but he doesn't know how to use it. Kind of like The Greatest American Hero, that TV show that came on back in the 80s and everything. But he's got this thing, and he's still trying to figure out how his powers work, everything, and he still wants to change his name. Now he's landing here, and the police are coming in going, hey, we got to go in and see what's going on. All the explosions and everything. He said, what's the score, Lieutenant? And he said, that's Marcus Stone. Let me see it. Rigger, we need more ambulances to tend the wounded. And she's going to go fix something here. I've been expecting you, Thunder Guy. Seems like your old sparring partner, Bloodaxe, had a grudge against those alleged car thieves that you helped nab. So he's got to go in and try to help them. And here, but he's already gone, so he's going over to where the carjack is, and he's busting up the chop shop. And they're like, what? They turn around, and then before he can do anything, Thunderstrike comes in, slams him in the back. It's like, ouch. And then he starts to fight him. But he's finding out that this guy is more powerful than he is. He punches him. It's like if I'm going down, if I'm going to take him down, I've got to hit him with everything I've got, hard and fast. He's like, but then you surprised me, Thor. That punch was barely adequate to give me pause. So he's going to find out he's stronger than he is. And he said, I'm going to strike this down. He said, I'll distract him by using my mace to summon a thunderstorm. And hey, nothing's happening. So he's, swell, looks like I've found another way Thunderstrike differs from Mjolnir. And then he kicks him. Bloodaxe kicks him. And then he's just beating him, wailing on him. And everything. He can't believe how strong he is. He's like, oh my gosh. He said, you must not contradict me, little man. I am Bloodaxe, the executioner. He's mad because he's like, why are you trying to defend these guys? And then now, this is who Carjack looks like without the mask on. So he's got fake dreads and everything. That's pretty bad. So he comes out, he said, we're going to bluff our way past the police. And so, freeze! No trouble, officers. We're only honest citizens. Yeah, and my Aunt Augusta is a sumo wrestler. And look, he's left Thunderstrike. He's got his helmet off and everything. It's like, man, the cavalry may have arrived, but it won't do you any good. Then somebody hits him with something. Kawoom! I'm impressed, Thor. You apparently have a friend who holds you in such high regard. So he runs away, and then the cop comes up. Don't move, Bloodaxe. You're under arrest. Save your breath, Stone. You'll never catch him. He says, maybe not, but you can't blame a guy for, oh man, you need serious medical attention, medical care. He says, don't sweat it. My magic mace will heal me as good as new, I hope. Then he's wondering about this. If Stone and his people didn't save my worthless butt, who did and why? Because he thought that blast came from the police, but it didn't. So he said you got to figure out a way of changing how he fights. And we got ads here. Bart Simpson and Bloodlines. And then he goes in and says, hey, Spotlight Costumes. Yeah, hi, handsome. I was hoping I'd see you again. She's like, what can I do for you? He says he needs a new costume. And then he has some pictures I guess he drew. So she's going to make him something. But she goes, let your Avengers friends know about me as well. And then she's saying, I've always thought an earring can be so sexy on the right man. So that's where you got an earring. He's got like a lightning bolt earring. These guys are getting out of prison. They're going to party, but they say they're going to strike back harder on the city after they get done partying. It's like, man. Now he's talking to this girl here. He was on a date with her. And she wants to have some fun. He's like, oh, leave the TV on. He hears something. Now he sees that the guy's got out of prison. Now he's got to do something. So he's calling his ex-wife in the middle of my date. She's like, she don't want that. But he's worried about the city because he's a superhero, kind of like Spider-Man, never having a relationship. That's what he's saying. And he's like, hey, Eric is gone. Carjackers got out. And only Thor can help Bobby now. He's like, his son's asking him again. He needs help, Dad. You got to call Thor. Don't worry, Kevin. I'll do my best. He stops the date, and she's like, wait a minute. Why don't you just call the police? No, this is personal. He's like, wait a minute. She's all upset. She's wondering what's going on. Now here's Carjack again. They're all drinking, what is this, wild turkey? And Blood X shows up. Wrong, Jack. The blood will flow tonight, he says, and it will all be yours. And then he gets hit with a hammer in the back again. It's like, wow. No. Here he is in his new suit. New costume. No one dies tonight. Not if I can help. Blood Axe is mad. He's trying to hit Blood Axe, but he's trying to fight him a different way now. I thought you would have learned a bitter lesson, Thor. The law doesn't work. These vermin were returned to the streets to continue their murderous plague. That still doesn't give you the right to play judge, jury, and executioner. So now they start firing on him. He goes, these are the maggots you defend, the lives you seek to preserve. And he's shooting, he's got some type of magnetic power, and he's shooting the bullets back, and so, it took out 3 of them there. He goes, no one was supposed to get hurt. He's mad, he's hitting him with his hammer there now. And they said, he's describing it, they're saying, lashing out in a style uniquely his own, Eric Masterson employs Thunderstrike like an enchanted Louisville slugger. So they're fighting. Bah, this flurry of blows is only delaying the inevitable. I possess the greater strength, the greater power. But he's trying to get it. What he does is he hooks the hammer and then flings it from his Blood Axe's hand. You got another 2-page spread there. Look how big the feet are. It's like, wow. He's like, you're not going to be doing this. Raw power is never enough, my friend. Power without responsibility, compassion, and intelligence is merely a defeat waiting to happen. He's like, ugh. Now he whacks him here, and he breaks one of these steel girders. Like, wow, to hit that like that hard? Man. He's his own man now, he says. It was the height of stupidity for me to play like I was the mighty Thor and to trade you blow for blow, but I've learned my lesson. He slammed him down. He's like, uh-oh. He took out one of the support beams. The roof could collapse at any moment. Then he's still looking for Bobby, though, he said. He came there looking for Bobby. So I'm thinking this Blood Axe must be Bobby or something. That's why he looks so mad at the hospital. So now we got no battle with Blood Axe is ever truly over. Not until the executioner has a victory claimed. Man. And he's like, okay, he found out a different power. That's what you think. And please stop calling me Thor. Krakoom. So he blasts him out of the building. Hey, the Thunderstrike has powers that I've never even imagined. And oops, Krakoom, everything's crashing down. This guy gets away. He said, he may think me defeated, but I will be back. I will find a way to reclaim my axe, and I will have vengeance. And everybody's showing up saying, okay, all this stuff has happened, and they're wondering where Thor's at, which they think they keep calling him that. And it's him. It's the mighty Thor. No, he's the other guy, he's saying. He said, my name is Thunderstrike. Dumb. He thinks it's dumb. But it's better than Sparky the Lightning Kid. And I'll never get around to that thesaurus the way I'm going. Because he was going to go through a book to try to figure out names for himself. And see, the name was an easy problem, but where's the real blood axe? Whatever happened to Bobby Steele? And what am I supposed to do with this dumb axe? You'll go, I must have gotten hit a little too hard in the head because it actually seems to be whispering to me. Oh boy, something tells me that my problems have just begun. Now he's going to meet Juggernaut in the next book. Here's the cover there. Juggernaut's coming. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Don't bet on it. And we get ads for books. Save $3. Look at this. Individual titles are $15 for 12 issues. Pretty cheap. That's back in 1993. All those different books you can get. Like $1.25 each or something like that. There's more books here. Very cool. Then we got an ad for Acne. And here's the back cover. And that's it. Let me know what you think. Quick review, just to go through and let you see the artwork and talk about it and everything. I read it so I could talk about it. But thank you very much for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Collector Dude is out.